For months, rumors have been flying that Max Verstappen might actually leave Red Bull. The team was dealing with a lot of internal drama. There are big changes coming to the technical regulations in 2026, and Mercedes seemed ready to welcome Max with open arms. Most fans and even some insiders believed Verstappen had reached a breaking point. The idea of him leaving wasn't just fantasy anymore, especially after Red Bull's internal issues and the fact that Mercedes didn't extend George Russell's contract during their home race at Silverstone. That made things look very suspicious. But now, against all the odds, Max Verstappen is staying at Red Bull. Yes, after all the noise, all the rumors, and all the headlines, he's decided to continue with the team into the 2026 season. In this video, we're going to break down exactly why Verstappen made this decision, what it means for Red Bull and Mercedes, and how it could shape the future of F1. And no, this is not just another theory. The news comes from Eric van Haren, a well-respected Dutch journalist with proven sources inside Red Bull and the Verstappen camp. Let's get into it. To really understand how surprising this decision is, we need to look back at everything that's been happening over the past few months. Red Bull wasn't in a great place behind the scenes. The Christian Horner situation rocked the paddock, and there were constant rumors about power struggles and unhappy people in the garage. There are reports that Max Verstappen might not have been as satisfied with the team as he once was. Even Josh Verstappen, Max's father, made some public comments that hinted he wasn't happy with how things were being handled. Then there's the Mercedes angle. Many believed the team was preparing for a huge signing. The fact that George Russell's contract wasn't extended during the British Grand Prix at Silverstone raised even more questions. Why the delay? Was Mercedes saving that seat for someone? Maybe for Max? And on top of that, Mercedes is expected to be a real title contender in 2026 with the new regulations. Their engine department has been putting in a lot of work, and they've been thinking long term. A Verstappen-Mercedes partnership suddenly seemed very possible. Even fans started saying it was just a matter of time. And then, out of nowhere, came the news from Eric van Haren. He's a Dutch journalist who writes for The Telegraph and has been covering Verstappen closely for years. He has built a strong reputation for accuracy and being ahead of the curve. Van Haren reported that Max Verstappen will stay with Red Bull for the 2026 season. No switch, no shock move to Mercedes. He's staying put. That's huge news, and it quickly spread across social media. The reason Van Haren's word carries so much weight is because he has broken big stories before. He was one of the first to report Verstappen's contract extensions and internal updates at Red Bull. He doesn't post just to create hype. When he reports something, it's usually true. So when he said Verstappen is staying, there's little doubt about it. So why is Max staying? One possible reason is the rebuild happening at Red Bull. After losing some key people over the last few years, the team is entering a new phase. One of the big changes is the arrival of Laurent Mekies as team principal. Mekies brings both experience and a new approach. He worked at Ferrari and has a deep understanding of F1 politics and performance. Max might see this leadership shift as something positive, a fresh start. Red Bull is also planning long term. With the 2026 regulations just around the corner, the team is focusing on the future. They want to be ready, and maybe Verstappen believes that this rebuild will work, that the new team can give him a car good enough to fight for championships again. It's also possible that Josh Verstappen or Max management played a role in this decision. In fact, Horner's exit may have become one of the reasons why Max decided to stay, possibly even a condition set by Josh or Max's management team. They may see Red Bull's new structure as more stable than it looks from the outside. This stability and leadership shift might have also reinforced something that's been there all along, the strong bond between Max and Red Bull. Max and the team have always shown support for each other. In interviews, Max has often said he's happy at Red Bull. He's mentioned that the team lets him be himself and gives him what he needs to win. Red Bull, on the other hand, has never hidden how important Max is to their success. From building the car around him to fully trusting his race instincts, they treat him as their number one. But we also have to be honest. Some of these public statements can be PR. Behind the scenes, things might not always be so smooth. F1 is a high-pressure world, and nobody really shows all their cards on camera. Still, Max and Red Bull have handled it well. Even during the tough moments, they've managed to present a united front. This strong partnership between Max and Red Bull isn't just about words or appearances. It's also about how uniquely Max fits with the team. And that leads us to the biggest reason why this news is massive for Red Bull. Max Verstappen is not just another fast driver, he's the one who makes the difference. He's the only driver who consistently gets the best out of Red Bull's very specific cars. Just look at the past few years. Pierre Gasly, Alex Albon, Sergio Perez, Liam Lawson, and now Yuki Tsunoda have all struggled in the second Red Bull seat. That's not because they are bad drivers, it's because the car is built around Verstappen's style. It's aggressive, sharp, and demands a very special kind of control. Max's feedback and driving have helped Red Bull develop a championship-winning cars. Without him, it would have been a lot tougher, and that's the reason why keeping Max is not just important, it's almost necessary. For Red Bull, this is like securing the heart of the team. And on the other side of the coin, let's talk about Mercedes. If they had managed to sign Verstappen, it could have changed everything. He's fast, consistent, smart, and mentally tough. With him, Mercedes could have built a super team, especially with the 2026 rule changes coming. But now, they're left with George Russell and Andrea Kimi Antonelli. Both have talent, but they are not as proven as Max. It might be a missed opportunity. Mercedes may still be strong in the future, but not having a proven champion like Verstappen makes their path much harder. But even with all of this, we have to admit one thing. The future is still not clear. Verstappen is staying for now, but that doesn't mean forever. So there's always a chance he could leave later. And there's even a possibility he might join Mercedes. Not next year, but sometime further down the line. And let's not forget the unknowns of 2026. Red Bull will enter a new engine partnership with Ford under Red Bull powertrains. That can be a game changer, for better or worse. They could build a beast of an engine and stay at the top, or they might struggle with reliability, power, or development. That's the risk. Verstappen's decision to stay is big, but the road ahead still has many twists. So now that we've weighted up all the factors, let's bring it all together. Max Verstappen staying with Red Bull is a massive win for the team. It gives them stability, leadership, and performance in a time when everything is about to change. For Mercedes, on the other hand, is definitely a significant loss. This move shows that Verstappen still believes in Red Bull's vision and their new structure, despite everything that happened in the past year. But as always in F1, things can change fast. Regulation changes, engine performance, and team politics can all flip the story in a season or two. So for now, Verstappen stays, but in Formula 1, nothing lasts forever.